Another way to keep organized is to let Gmail organize messages for you. So I'm going to get rid of this label, pretend I didn't label it at all. And I'm going to utilize something called filters. And so now when I filter messages, it's looking at who sent this to me. So I want to filter any message that's coming from this sender. I can get more complex. I can put, I want all messages from this sender with this particular word. And you can see I can get a little bit, I can specify a lot of different things here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a filter with this. Notice the minute I hit filter, it just did a search for every single email that came from the service desk. And so now what I'm going to decide to do is when I create this filter, what do I want Gmail to do with messages that come from this sender? So you have an option. You can skip the inbox. Now, in this case, I don't want it to skip the inbox. I want to see when someone has a ticket. Skip the inbox is really useful for spam type messages, or like if you shop at Pottery Barn, for example, you would know Pottery Barn sends like 3 emails a day. LL Bean sends 3 emails a day. Come in, buy this, 20% off. You don't want those taking up space in your inbox. That might be in a case where you'd want to skip the inbox, for example, and then apply the label, and maybe you'd have something called LL Bean or Pottery Barn. And if you don't, no problem. You can just create a new label right from here. Now, in this case, I don't want to do that. I want to see it. So what I would do is I'm going to, anytime I get something coming from this address, I'm going to apply the label IT ticket. That way, anything that comes from there is automatically labeled. This is going to make it a lot easier for me later, because when these messages come in, once I'm done reading them, I can just press the archive button and it'll be filed away for me. You'll see I have some other options here. Do I want things deleted? Do I want to make sure something from a particular sender never goes to spam? Do I want to mark it important? Do I want to categorize it? And once you click your options, it's going to be really tempting to just click create filter. But really important, I want to say apply this filter to matching conversations, because I have a lot of emails in my inbox that are from this sender. I don't want to repeat this process for each email. So any message in my inbox that's coming from this sender is going to get this label applied to it when I press create filter. And so now, if I go back to my inbox, you'll see that this message has that label applied. So now when I'm done with it, I can just archive it. So that makes it nice and easy for me to deal with. If there is a filter that you don't like, or you would like to tweak or change, you go into your settings, you go to your filter, and you'd find the one that you created. Again, I have a lot of them set up, and you'll notice my inbox is generally pretty clean. So that's actually because I'm using these filters. So if I don't want that one I just created, I can click on it and I can delete it, or I can decide to edit that and change it. And again, start simple with filters, and then you can get a little bit more advanced if you start using them to label your messages for you. That's where I would suggest you start. And then, check out some videos on YouTube about how to get a little bit more advanced with those filters.